Welcome to the Pickleball Legends podcast, hosted by me, Evan Small. This is the place where passion for the game meets the stories of the players, coaches, club leaders, and fans who make pickleball more than just a sport. They make it legendary. Today's episode is a little different because it's just me setting the stage for what this podcast is all about, why I started it, and what you can expect moving forwards. So let me start with a little bit about myself and how I ended up here, sitting behind this mic talking about pickleball. Like a lot of people, I didn't discover pickleball in some fancy tournament or through social media hype. I found it through family. At first, it was just hitting the ball back and forth, having a laugh and enjoying the game for what it was. Honestly, I thought it would just be one of those things you try once, smile about, and then move on. But pickleball has this way of pulling you in. You say, just one more game, and suddenly an hour has gone by. Over time, it became more than just a pastime. My parents got involved, and before long, they were running our local club. What started as casual family fun turned into a proper hub for players in our community. As our club grew, I discovered how people from all walks of life enjoyed this sport, from table tennis players to people who'd never picked up any racket sport before, such as me and my parents. People who were young could play, old could play, experienced athletes and complete beginners could all play, and they were all sharing the same joy of the game. And that's when it really clicked for me. This wasn't just about hitting a ball with a paddle, it was about connection, belonging, and fun. We'd built this community and everybody was enjoying. As we were building this community, I got more and more involved. I was playing in competitions, I was going all over the country, and I started to realize that what I wanted to do in life was coach. And this had never been a passion for me before, but pickleball really resonated with me. There was this connection to the sport and the community feel that I just loved and I wanted to take forwards with a career. So I started my coaching journey. Coaching is one of my favourite parts of pickleball because it's where I see the game transform people. I've worked with beginners who couldn't even figure out how to hold the paddle on day one. I remember one lady who came in saying, "I'm hopeless at sports, I'll never get this." 2 sessions later, she was rallying, laughing, and even winning points against players she thought were way out of her league. And that's really the magic of pickleball. It's accessible, it's rewarding, and it makes players believe in themselves. And then there are the competitive players, the ones drilling, strategizing, asking me about stacking, positioning, and how to read opponents. It's amazing to see how quickly people go from picking up a paddle for the first time to wanting to fine-tune every detail of their game. And I get it, because pickleball has this addictive quality. It's easy to start, but there's always more to learn. Always another layer of strategy to unlock. So why a podcast? Well, here's the thing. I realised that what makes pickleball special isn't just the rallies or the tournaments, it's the stories. Everyone who steps onto the court has one. From the retiree who discovered pickleball as a way to stay active, to the teenager who's chasing the competition dream like myself, to the parents running clubs like my parents. Those stories are the real heart of the game. That's what inspired me to start Pickleball Legends. Because the legends aren't just the people who get recognised, the people who win major competitions. It's also the club leaders who allow those communities to be built. It's the players on the courts who grow that community, who are part of that community. It's the small coaches who go into schools and train children so that they can have that sense of community and build confidence, friendships, and just fun in this sport. This podcast is about capturing those voices and sharing them with you. I'll be bringing you conversations with players, coaches, fans, and club leaders who are shaping the game in their own way. Some of them might be big names in the pickleball world. You might have heard of them, while others are just everyday legends. People whose passion and commitment keep the sport growing. And from time to time, it will be just me, diving into topics, trends, and even some coaching tips to help you get more out of your own game. Think of this podcast as your courtside chat. We'll laugh, we'll learn, and hopefully you'll walk away from each episode feeling just a little more connected to the sport we all love. Now I want to be clear. I don't see myself as the know-it-all voice of pickleball. I'm learning just like everyone else, but I do have the privilege of being part of this game at a time when it's exploding in popularity. And I think it's important to document that, to capture what's happening right now and to give a platform to the people who are living it. Here's what you can expect. New episodes covering everything from personal stories to big picture trends. We'll talk about how pickleball is growing across the world, the rise of youth programs, the health benefits, the challenges clubs face, and of course, the funny and sometimes chaotic things that happen on court. Because if you've played even a few games, you know there's always a story. My vision for Pickleball Legends is simple. I want you to feel like you're sitting down with friends after a game, maybe still a little sweaty, swapping stories and having a laugh. Whether you're brand new to the game or already competing at a high level, I want this podcast to feel like home, a place where pickleball feels alive, welcoming, and yes, legendary. Before I wrap up, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Pickle Pals. I'm actually one of the co-founders, and the whole idea behind Pickle Pals is simple: bringing players together and growing the pickleball community. We've created an app which allows clubs to manage their sessions better, allows better communication in the community of the pickleball players, and hopefully will help grow the pickleball world. And for me, it's not just about building the brand or building the app. It's about building friendships and growing the game we all love. So you'll hear me mention Pickle Pals from time to time, and I couldn't be more happy to have it tied to this podcast. In each episode, we'll have a Pickle Pals segment where you can send in any questions you'd like me to ask my guests, and I'll ask them. I hope this podcast will give you energy, give you connection, and remind you why we love this game. So that's it for our very first episode. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining me on this journey. If you like where we're headed, make sure you hit the follow so you don't miss out on the next one. In episode 2, I'll be interviewing Julie Mack, ex-European champion player, coach, and a big player in the deaf community for pickleball. Until then, keep playing, keep smiling, and keep making pickleball legendary.